this video, I'm going to be sharing how audiences' need for companionship is going to be driving what content feels and looks like in the coming year. Plus, I'll be sharing my weekly roundup of creator insights that can level up your content game, help you grow your brand, and maybe even make a little money along the way. Stay tuned because you're about to be in the know. We're going to be getting into something called FaceTime content. Now, this creator did use this term in their video, but that's not the first place I heard of this notion. McKenna Walker is a vlogger here on YouTube, and I actually found her when I was pregnant and I was looking for other young moms to relate to. And she creates this FaceTime type of content. She creates really long vlogs, and if you watch them, it does remind you of being on FaceTime, having a conversation with a friend. In the TikTok, he talks about companionship over entertainment. I think it's a really interesting concept. I watch vloggers, and I've been watching vloggers since 2015. I love vlog content, and you do get a sense of companionship from watching vlogs in someone's everyday life. And that's why I don't know, he puts this into the context like this is something we're going to see going into 2024, like this is a trend. But I think it's just going to be something that continues to grow and maybe come more to the forefront than in the past few years, because it has been something that viewers and creators, that's been something apparent in the relationship, companionship, through the content that you share. People, especially if you're a blogger, your viewers become friends in a sense and have that friendship-like quality to them, where for the creator, it's probably easy to share with them. And then for the viewer, it's easy to digest. You do get invested. You do want to continue along the journey and see where their life takes them regardless, especially if you've been rocking with someone, watching someone for a long time. You're just invested and along for the journey. So I just think it's going to be something that continues to grow in 2024, FaceTime content does emphasize this return of long form. That is something I did talk about in last week's weekly roundup video. And I guess to break it down to you, a large reason why long form content is coming back is because viewers are tired of having to scroll every 10 seconds to engage in content, which is how TikTok is set up for, more or less, as well as Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts. You have to actively scroll. And I know you've probably heard our attention spans are shorter these days, which hasn't really been proven and is definitely a factual thing. We don't really know that. But what we do know is, if you probably even take a look at yourself, you do like to have things probably running in the background that you can listen to while you are doing your chores around the house. Or, like me the other day, I listened to a podcast while I was creating a thumbnail, for example. So you are multitasking. You don't want to just give all your attention to a piece of content and just lock in like that, especially with social media video content. That's not something you necessarily want to do if it's longer, but you will be interested in hearing it and engaging with it while doing something else, which, if you think about having a FaceTime conversation with a good friend, you aren't always just right there front and center in the camera with them. You are probably sorting clothes to do laundry or picking up around the house. I don't know, just some other mundane task that talking to your friend makes better. You might be driving and talking to your friend, so it's kind of that's where this notion of FaceTime content is coming from. In the comments of this video and then just in my research in general, I guess there's this thing of loneliness going on in the culture right now. I don't know. Do you relate? Do sometimes you feel lonely? I guess it depends who we're talking to, but you may not be lonely in the sense that you don't have a partner or you don't have family or you don't have friends, but I definitely feel like loneliness can often come from not having that one person that relates on the topic or thing that you're interested in. With social media, with long form content, with YouTube, you can find the topic that you're interested in, find a creator who made a video on it that isn't 30 seconds long, pop it on, and now you are getting to like nerd out or geek out on this topic that you love with the person who also loves it. I think there's this relatability factor that you can find in long form content on the things that you're interested in compared to like, it's not like Netflix or something where like they kind of curated the content, and if you want to watch that stuff you can. Long form content just gives the opportunity to really speak to your needs as the viewer and give you companionship on topics and things that you're interested in, because you can watch a creator or creators that are interested on it too and lock in with them by you watching it. Then you can leave comments, and then there's just like this back and forth, and you feel seen. You feel like, wow, they care about this thing too, or this is something they're interested in, so on and so forth. So that's my little 2 cents on this FaceTime content and why we will continue to see it grow in 2024. Why wouldn't more people want to feel related to? I like this content creation stuff, this marketing, digital marketing, content marketing type of stuff, online business stuff. That's my jam. And I'm creating this type of video to find others who like this stuff too. Because it's hard to find that out in real life, to be honest with you. So I'm looking up this stuff anyways. Why don't I create a video and maybe find other people who care about this stuff too? That's kind of my thought process on it. And yeah, this is going to be a thing, definitely going to continue to grow in 2024. So I did some other research on just content marketing trends in 2024 in general. And something that I repeatedly keep seeing is how the concerns of audiences will be very important in 2024. Brands want to generate content that focuses on the customer's specific needs so that they can establish a direct connection between themselves and the customer. I bring this up what brands are trying to do in terms of their marketing efforts, because if you're a content creator, you are a brand as well. And I'm not sure what type of content you create, but in the sense of you want to use YouTube and your social media, you want to create a business through that, you're going to want to do the same thing. Like, you need to be aware on your customer or your audience's needs so that you can create content that sparks a conversation or feels like a conversation, and you can make a connection with them that goes beyond whatever it is that you want to sell to them. It's about building community in 2024, and bigger brands are going to be doing that, and people building personal brands should also put their attention to doing that as well. And that brings me to something I wanted to mention about shorts that I kind of touched on in last week's video, but I said you can do further research on it. I did some more research. Think Media came out with a video this week on the topic of shorts and really kind of debunked shorts. Like, what is this something that you need to implement in your content strategy? And yes, it does depend, but again, back to some other research I did and some other articles, people are raving about short form, short form, short form. It has its place within your content strategy, but it's not everything. And it's not necessarily something you should just automatically put in your mind that I need to go all in on short form content. Specifically for creating YouTube shorts, this video really put it into perspective for me that shorts do take time to create. I've dabbled with a couple of shorts here on my channel, and it wasn't like just a 1, 2, 3 type of thing. It took effort, time, and energy. And one of the folks on the video was just like, you could be putting that time towards creating long form, and long form is proven to be a stream of income, especially on YouTube. And also, I mentioned last week that TikTok will be allowing 30-minute videos soon. They're doing that to be able to inject ads and create a sustainable income stream from ads on their platform. So why not put the time and energy towards the long form and just kind of let shorts continue to play out? They also made the point that YouTube potentially kind of rushed this whole shorts thing because they felt the need to compete with TikTok, and they don't the systems and like how the algorithm's going, like it's all still new and everything like that. Like we don't really know the ROI on creating shorts, but we do know the return on investment on long form. So I say just go all in with long form in 2024. My last video has some really good tips on creating long form content based on what's going on in the creator economy right now. You're more memorable from your long-term content. Not only in this video, but in other pieces of content I heard or watched this week, there is this example of like the last few TikToks that you watch or shorts that you watch. Do you remember that creator? Can you tell me that creator's name? You probably can't. But how about the last podcast that you listened to or the last longer piece of content? You probably can tell me who made that piece of content and regurgitate what you even learned or took away from it. Compared to your long form, that memorability really goes a long way, especially if you're building a personal brand. And that's my whole thing. Like, I believe I'm still new in my channel, but personal branding and creating a brand for yourself, especially from the digital world, is what I'm pushing right now. And it's really important. So long form makes you more memorable in the audience's eyes. You can give more value and get more value out of a long form piece of content in comparison to a short form piece of content. Yes, there is a time and a place for when someone wants to consume something very quickly and easily, but there's equally a time and a place for when someone wants to consume something in detail and they want to go deeper in it. They want to have a conversation with you, whether it's one-sided in the sense, or they want to go in, they want to hear more about this topic. This is a topic that they care about and they want to engage with / listen to dialogue on this topic for longer than 30 seconds, 15 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds. This is something they want to sit with, and they want to be able to do other things that they need to get done while sitting with this topic and diving in on it and going deeper with it. So I think leaning into long form won't hurt going into 2024. I think shorts also isn't going anywhere. Short form content will be definitely a part of content marketing and all that type of stuff next year, but don't underestimate long form and drain yourself creating only short form content. Save a little energy that you have and put it towards creating something that someone can put on in the background and do other things in their life. Okay, so on to the next thing, digital entrepreneurship advice. This week's advice is coming from a podcast that I listened to, the one I mentioned earlier. It is The Department by, what's his name? Katori. Omar El Takori. I'm sorry if I'm butchering his name, but he's from Think Media. You know, if you watch Think Media, I'm sure you came across Omar, very knowledgeable, very helpful to content creators. And this was with Shalene Johnson, the ultimate guide to creating a personal brand in 2024. This definitely connects back to the idea of conversations driving content going forward in 2024. She makes this point about honest chat with a friend marketing. Honest chat with a friend marketing. One of her top performing platforms is Instagram. And this part of the conversation was about, you know, her strategy in her stories, how she sells her program, and everything like that. So this chat with a friend marketing I found so cool, because usually if I post something in my stories and a friend wants to know more about it, the dialogue in the DMs is very natural and cool. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, here's where to get it, my thoughts on it, and like the cons of it as well. I don't mind mentioning those cons. It's such a natural conversation. And I think that is really genius, and just like something to consider how you can make applicable when you are building trust with your audience and you have to sell whatever you're selling. You know, you always want to sell without selling, and taking a chat with a friend approach to marketing and selling just keeps things conversational. You want things to really be conversational. Hold on one second. Let me see what's wrong. So it keeps things conversational, and I guess that's what I want you to keep in mind. Remember not to come off too salesy, and practice keeping things conversational whenever you have a touch point of engagement with a member of your audience, of your customer base, of your community. How can you keep things conversational? Bless you.
And have real conversations. Because when you have a real conversation, people are, now I can answer questions with you. I'm not selling you.
Right.
I'm making sure, like, is this even going to work for you?
Yep.
And I'm having real conversations. Real conversations convert. Real conversations lead to conversions.
And I think that's money. That's money, gold, marketing advice. Real conversations convert. Okay, I gotta tend to my little one right here. She needs a nap, so I'll be back in a second. My daughter is down. I am back. Let's get back into the video. Conversational marketing is something that I learned is an actual thing, and that will also be growing in 2024. Conversational marketing is expected to grow significantly in 2024 as more and more consumers expect a personalized and responsive experience from brands. Again, that's what these bigger brands are going to be focusing on, and you as the individual who's building a personal brand need to be aware of this and figure out how to make this work for you and the audience that you're building and what you're doing on social going into 2024. Conversational marketing is a human-centered approach to marketing that focuses on building a relationship with customers. Regardless of AI being such a huge thing and all of that, relationships, conversations are going to be foundational to building or selling anything in 2024. And I want to drive that point home to you. Entrepreneurship is quite difficult. Having a side hustle is not easy. Building a successful YouTube channel is not easy, especially as insert what you were like what you got going on. I'm a parent. I'm a new parent. I have been challenged for real with building my YouTube channel, but it's not easy, and neither is building relationships. But I think whatever the skill set is required to do that is something that I know I want to focus on, and I'm encouraging you to focus on that as well. In the digital world, on social media, how can we keep things conversational and build relationships with our audience? All right, so this segment is called Shine a Light on Them.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
Shine a light on them. Hey, this is called Shine a Light on Them, and this is where I do a mini case study, usually on a piece of content that really enthralled me in the past week. And this piece of content is coming from Haley Gamba, a creator on here on YouTube named Haley Gamba. She is doing something called Hailmas. Vlogmas is going on right now. You know, there's other creators who put their own little twist on Vlogmas and make it unique to them by giving it a cute little name, and Haley's is called Hailmas. So she's been pumping out content. What's so fascinating is like, this isn't vlogs. This is real, like, pieces of, not that vlogs are fake, but it's just like pieces of information back to back to back. And this is something that I already was kind of predicting that we'll be seeing more in 2024, but this video proved it. Collaborations. I am predicting that collaborations will make a return on YouTube in 2024. This video right here is where Haley has done a collab with another creator whose name is Jazz Turner.
You guys all know her from TikTok, and she also has a YouTube channel, Jazz Turner. First and foremost, I absolutely adore her content. She is giving a luxury girl in her 20s, really living her best life, and honestly, she just reminds me so much of myself. So there was no better person to bring on today than her to really discuss today's topic.
Jazz Turner took over TikTok, and now these women are in like the women empowerment, girl talk, advice, leveling up, glow up type of content. These are where they really do their thing at. And Jazz Turner did her thing on TikTok, dabbled in YouTube like last year, wasn't that consistent. Then this year she has been consistent and growing steadily, quickly, amazing engagement on her videos. And they, like I said, they make similar kinds of content, and I peeped that. I was like, Haley Gamba is like an I don't want to say OG, but she has been creating this type of content for a while on YouTube, and Jazz is bringing that type of content on YouTube as of more recently than Haley, but they make the similar type of content, and I'm like, wow, I noticed that parallel. And it was just so cool to see that they collaborated on a video. Like, we haven't really seen, or at least I haven't. Let me know if you've been seeing collaborations in the past, I don't know, 2 to 5 years. I feel like back in the YouTube days, collabs were more of a thing, and it was so fun to like see as a viewer. And this video only went up a couple days ago as at the time of me filming this, and it has so many comments, like so many views. Their communities are loving this collab. And I have in my notes that Hailmas emphasizes the point of being a part of your audience's daily routine. So many comments from people talking about how this has changed their lives. Now, what am I talking about, daily routine? The same creator that I was talking about from TikTok earlier in this video, he made a part 2, and he was talking about, hold on, I have to find it.
I predict we're going to see the rise of a ritualization of content. What do I mean by that? It is this idea that in order to truly be memorable, you have to tie yourself in to an experience that a regular person enacts in their everyday real world life.
The thing about Vlogmas and creators posting daily, usually in the month of December. And in this particular example, Helmus, the creator does get to be embedded into the daily routine of their audience and of their viewers. You're creating such a deep connection with the viewer that they're locked in with you. It's like a Beyonce type of effect. Just kind of follow me where I'm going. I mean, who in here loves Beyonce? Because I surely do. You're gonna stand beside her on anything that she does. You're following where she's going. You're interested in what she's promoting, what she has, what she's putting out to us. Like we're eating everything up that Beyonce puts in front of us because we have a deep connection with Beyonce. FaceTime content and ritualized content allows you to establish a really deep connection with your audience. And deep connection, like if we're just putting this in a business sense, deep connection leads to easy sales. And if you're wanting to create a business through YouTube, through social media, you need to learn the art of establishing deep connection with your audience and talking to their specific needs. Helmus, and specifically this video, Becoming a Classy Woman in Your 20s for 2024, featuring Jazz Turner, is going straight for the needs of her audience. Like I said, she makes women empowerment, women advice, glow up, get your shit together, and, be your best self type of videos. She brings in an expert in this area and really is like giving her audience what they want on the most highest level possible. Like she's really giving it to them. There's another comment that says like, she's been watching the past 10, she loves Haley's content in general, but the past 10 days have really done it for her, has really whipped her up into shape. And I think a part of that is the back-to-back consistency. Like this person was able to watch Haley every day and get her need met of getting this type of content in every single day. And I'm not really necessarily saying, nor I think he's saying that you need to create a piece of content daily in order to establish this ritualized content. It can be weekly or monthly or something like that, but what is like that go-to piece of content that embeds you into the routine of your viewer? Another example is like, I remember in high school, I would have to wake up mad early and I would put music videos on, and that would was it like MTV always had music videos playing, or BET, one of them always had music videos playing in the morning. And I would just put that on while I got ready for school. So I guess it's like that was part of my morning routine. What piece of content can you create where someone's like, all right, I'm doing this. They think of you and they put on your content. And they go to you and they put on your content. I think it would be a cool concept to explore within your content strategy to create a piece of content like that. Please feel free to leave some comments down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the trends and insights that I shared. What are your predictions for the creator economy, content creation, all that type of stuff for next year? I am curious to know. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.